The All Progressives Congress has attributed the current economic challenges in Nigeria to the failure of administrations prior to President Bola Tinubu to implement bold economic reforms. In a statement, the party's National Publicity Secretary, Felix Morka, said the inaction of past governments was responsible for the current country's economic state and the hardship now faced by Nigerians. Morka's statements or comments came in response to criticism from Saliu Lukman, a former member of the APC National Working Committee, who blamed both the Muhammadu Buhari administration and the current government for not meeting the expectations of Nigerians. While acknowledging the economic difficulties, Morka emphasized that the sacrifices Nigerians are enduring are necessary to rebuild and stabilize the economy. And now to discuss this, we're joined by political analyst Obatola Jonathan. Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for coming on. Interesting statements there by the Publicity Secretary there for APC. But what is your assessment of his claims that previous administration failed to implement bold economic reforms? Jonathan, we seem to have issues with your audio. If you can help us to fix your audio, we cannot hear what you're saying.
Yes, thank you for having me. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, please go ahead.
Thank you for having me. The statement from Felix Morka, the shifting of the ruling All Progressive Congress is something that is very shameful and very insensitive. Nigerians choose the All Progressive Congress this time around because we believe that they have the capacity to solve problems. We do not choose or elect this government to come and give excuses. We elected them to solve and surmount the challenges confronting the nation. So calling the Nigerian people to tell them that the hard economic realities now is based on the fact that previous administration do not take responsibility is just shifting the goalpost. It is just shifting the blame game and not accepting responsibility at this point in time that the APC is in charge of the nation's economy. Whatever that is happening in this country today, the people we should hold responsible are the leaders, and the leaders that form the government at this present time is the ruling All Progressive Congress. This happened during the President Muhammadu Buhari administration, when they were saying the PDP has wreaked havoc and they cannot solve all of this problem in 4 years. Nigerian people gave them another 4 years, and they couldn't do anything than to continue to, print money in all manner, up to 17 trillion, to fund budget deficit and to ways and means that was illegal. And that is part of the problems or part of those things that brought us to where we are today. So we choose the APC to solve problems and not to give us flimsy excuses.
Jonathan, one of the things that this current administration has done is this argument or rhetoric that Nigerians, the economic hardship or current economic hardship that Nigerians are currently facing is a necessary sacrifice for potential long-term economic recovery. What would you say to that argument? In your opinion, is it true, or are there alternative strategies that could be pursued than letting the entirety of the nation go through such dire times?
Yes, I've listened to the president most times when he's talking, and he has told Nigerians that he's comparing, our state now to when a woman wants to give birth, that it will come with pain, and at the end of the day, we are going to celebrate. But at the same time, I want the ruling elite to understand that even during childbirth, if the doctors or the nurses are not very careful, we've seen people lose their life during delivery. Absolutely. Nigerians are going through a lot of hardship today. Most citizens cannot feed on 3 square meal. The cost of living is becoming extremely, extremely high. That even the ease of doing business is no longer there. Businesses are folding up. And the president and the ruling elite must be sensitive to the plight of the nation. Today, Nigerian people are not interested in what is happening along the Calabar and Lagos corridor. We are not interested any longer in infrastructure. Nigerians just want to live a good life, be able to eat, be able to trade and do businesses in their own country. So regardless of the achievement this government we want to record in infrastructure, if Nigerians cannot live healthy, if they cannot eat 3 or even 2 times in a day, if it is becoming difficult for them, to get transport to their offices, then this present administration will be score 0, because we've not seen the ruling elite taking responsibility. We've not seen them also taking sacrifices on behalf of the country. The legislators, the executive arm of government, they are earning much more. The president is buying private jets. Yes, it's good. It's good for him, but you should see that why that private jet is good for him, Nigerians also deserve to live a decent life.
Well, I mean, we wait to see. One question that we always ask is the implications of these economic reforms. They've asked for patience. Well, do Nigerians have patience? That's a bigger question. But again, Jonathan, many thanks for doing this with us. I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
All right.